Hello everybody, it is I, YouTube Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Mel Dorado, a Cars 2 diecast from 2012. This is an item I've been wanting for a long time now. I remember seeing him in, I think it was a Benz video maybe, or something else. There was like a skit where they were making jokes about him looking like Tex Dynaco with glasses because from a distance it looks like Tex Dynaco, but you just slap some glasses on him. But Mel Dorado is actually quite a bit different, and today I'm going to be, covering Mel Dorado, really getting into him. Now, the story behind this specific Mel Dorado is pretty interesting because in 2024, I got a diecast called Daredevil Lightning McQueen from a seller, and the seller actually had one more Cars diecast I didn't, that being, of course, Mel Dorado, but I didn't get him for until recently. But yeah, I decided to jump on him. He was a car I've been wanting for a long time now. He's a very interesting one. He's based on a Chevy Eldorado. Originally, his name was going to be Cadillac, I believe, according to a director commentary on Cars 2. But I think Mel Dorado is a bit cooler sounding and a bit more specific to this guy. But I would love Cadillac. Cadillac is a pretty funny name. All right, so this is his original China release. There is a Thailand one, but it's kind of bad. I think I saw it in stores at one point. Because he was released in 2022, same year I got my Tex Dynaco, but I had Tex Dynaco, so I didn't really see a point in getting Mel Dorado, especially when the Thailand one, from what I heard, is actually the worst thing ever, one of the worst Thailand variants known to man. I don't usually get, anti-country variant, but I'm just saying, I think they really fumbled the bag. But so I want to take the time to appreciate the original Mel Dorado. The original Mel Dorado isn't all that rare of a diecast. He's pretty cheap online, roughly like $12. He has this really nice sort of faded brown paint job. In the movie, it's a bit brighter, but I sort of understand the sort of like softer brown color. I don't know if that's the same color as what Tex Dynaco has. As you can see, mine is a Thailand Tex Dynaco, so the color is a bit different. I think if this was the color that Mel Dorado had, he'd be spot on, just like perfect to the movie. I'm assuming the reason they didn't do that is so, again, he can be a little more separate from Tex Dynaco because, Tex is such an iconic item. Yeah, so he has a little hood ornament here. He has his glasses, his iconic glasses. Something I do kind of want to give props to the Thailand version for is spacing the eyes out a little more so that you can actually, see his eyes, because they're a little small on here. I think I would have spaced them just a slight bit more. Not as much as the Thailand version, but not as little as this one, because I think from some angles, it just doesn't look the best. But I think they did a solid job. He has his headlights here. Interesting thing I want to note is that Tex Dynaco is actually inaccurate. You see this piece right here? His mouth is actually supposed to be in between these two pieces, like Mel has it here, and I believe Tex Dynaco also has that. I don't get to bring that up very often, but I wanted to point it out now just because it's interesting that they did correct it for Mel Dorado. Stinks they didn't for the Thailand re-release of Tex, but at least they did keep it consistent for Mel Dorado. Yet to see if it'll happen with Dex, because they're not making any Heavy Metal Mater diecasts right now. Hopefully they do at some point. I would love more Heavy Metal Mater stuff. Got the glasses here. Got this nice side piece here. This is white walls. I believe they are the same as Texas. Yeah, roughly, minus the, country variant stuff. Looks pretty much the same. Side is, like, almost beat for beat the exact same. Kind of scary. I guess, I'm assuming they just made him this because it was, like, cheaper and easier to do that. This item's a bit beaten up, but I don't really mind. Ah, yes, the iconic fishbowl license plate. Interesting story about this license plate. This license plate is supposed to be for Acer specifically, but I'm assuming they didn't have a lot of unique license plates at the time, so they just kind of threw this on whatever random car. So yeah, Mel Dorado has the fishbowl license plate. This was not corrected on the re-release, by the way. The re-release didn't even bother to change this because, of course, they wouldn't. Like that's just part of the design, I guess. I think they just didn't have a license plate for Mel, and they just kind of went with this. I guess fishbowl kind of makes sense for him because it doesn't have to literally mean fishbowl. It could be like fishbowling, like television, right? Like I've heard that phrase somewhere before that like television is like watching a fishbowl. So it sort of makes sense on Mel. I'm gonna give him that. Here's the base. The Thailand version has really weird holes. I think that's where these parts are. Yeah, they have like weird holes on that one. I don't know why. Got same stuff on here. I want to commend the glasses, how they got it to work. So as you can see, they're inserted through the windows and through the hood here. Here's the bottom. Mel has the correct blue eyes. Again, Tex has an accurate green eyes, so pretty nice. They were able to get it right for Mel here. So yeah, overall, I think Mel Dorado is a really solid diecast, and I'm really happy he's finally in my collection. It is so cool, just owning him. I don't have much else to say on Mel Dorado. He's a pretty standard item. I feel like rare items tend to take up a lot more of the spotlight because, oh, they're rare. They're cars people desire. So we kind of forget more easy-to-obtain items like Mel Dorado here. Like, no offense. I'm just saying, I feel like generally rare cars tend to be more of the talking point in the Cars fandom. So, taking the time to appreciate the simpler items in life, simpler things, it's really nice. Anyways, that's all I have to say on Mel Dorado. I hope you all enjoyed the review, and I shall see you all around. Good night! Bye-bye!